Good morning. Welcome back to the Breakfast Club. I am so happy to see you again this morning on the Sunday morning, and I hope you're all well. And today's topic is, to whom do you want to talk to? To whom do you want to talk to? And as we had it in the last sessions, we're all about how we can imply these small or big changes in our lives to become more and more truly who we are and live a life according to what we want to have in life. And I thought like a big factor in this is to whom do we talk to during our everyday life and how that affects us in our decision making, in our habits, in how we how we fill up our days. And just let me tell you like one or two little examples. So imagine that you live in a Spanish speaking community and your family is Spanish, your friends are Spanish, everybody at work speaks Spanish, and you have this big idea inside of your heart that you want to learn French. And then you tell your friends, you tell your parents, you tell your colleagues, like, I want to learn French. And they're like, wow, great, go ahead, learn French. And at the end of the day, of course, you speak Spanish with them all day long. And then you feel like, okay, I wanted to learn French. But then your everyday language is Spanish, your work is Spanish, your family is Spanish, and after a while, after a couple of years, you forget all about your idea. And you were like, oh, there was once this time where I wanted to learn French, but it never happened. And or the other thing is, you live in the mountains and you are completely thrilled by the idea of going windsurfing and you are so enthusiastic about it. Then you tell your friends and they're like, oh, windsurfing, what is that? Let's go climbing in the mountains. And then you end up climbing in the mountains like you did for the last years, and you forget about this idea. Whoever you hang out with will form your reality. So if you feel like I don't know, if you want to change your financial reality, but your whole surrounding is always broke and they don't have any money left at the end of the month, or if you want to start meditating, but your whole family is just sitting in front of the TV every night and says like, come on down, sit with us, don't meditate, there's this great movie. Or, if you want to write erotic novels and your academia colleagues only talk about papers and books and other things, and you're like, oh, this is kind of foreign, and they don't match. So one thing is to say, okay, let's just get rid of my ideas. Or the other option would be to extend your biotope, extend your habitat, go out and find people who do speak French, who do love windsurfing, who have money left at the end of the month, who meditate, who write the books you're interested in, or whatever that is you want to do. And that might feel like a burden. That's like a step out of your comfort zone, out of the habits and out of the people surrounding you. So to whom do you want to talk to? And in these cases, you might have to move to a French-speaking country, to Cameroon or Morocco or France or wherever. Or in other cases, you might just have to extend your horizon and move and start studying. Find people in your town who are interested in the same topic. So extend your circle of friends. And that might mean maybe also that you say goodbye to old friends whose interests you are no longer sharing, or that just mean that you're extending your circle of friends, of colleagues, to learn new things. Because when you hang out with people who meditate all day, then they don't say, oh, let's sit down and watch TV. Then they were like, why are you watching TV? Let's go meditating. And all of a sudden you have this whole new reality, and it's so much easier to pursue your ideas and change and go into the direction where your heart wants you to get. The second part is more internal. It's like, with whom do you talk with internally inside your mind? Because we all have these voices in our head from our family, our parents, our neighbors, former teachers, relatives who are like, when you think about something you want to do, about a decision that's standing up, then they come up and say, oh no, this is not how we do it. This is not how one should do it. This is what is appropriate for us. And we all know these inner critics, they are also sometimes called. These inner critics that come up when we want to do something. And sometimes they are very helpful because they prevent us from jumping off bridges or doing really dangerous stuff. But sometimes they might just be kind of outdated and not necessarily fitting to your current situation, to the things you want to do in the now. So I invite you to an experiment, like a thought experiment, but I also encourage you to get a piece of paper and a pen and write it down, whatever comes up. So imagine you are the CEO of a big company, like the big company is your life. You want to grow this company into something bigger. You are the boss of your life. And now it's time to invite a board of directors into your life. So all the voices, like this board of mentors whom you ask to when it comes to big decisions. So you could re-invite again, like your parents and your old aunts and the teachers criticizing you in the past and all the people who were there formerly. But you could also say, oh no, thank you, thanks for the great job. I want to bring this whole adventure into a new direction. I'm the CEO of my life and I exchange the board of directors now, and bring in new people you want to have there. And now it's totally up to you, right? You can bring in movie stars, actors, gurus, politicians, writers, your best friends, people whom you admire, people who you would always love to have talked to, but also real people you are truly fond of and whom you rely to, and set up this new board of directors with whomever you want to have there. It could be like 6, 7, 4, 5 people. And then also write them down. And then think about a ritual where you really greet them and implement them in your big business that is you. And whenever you are forcing a decision, or you are like, okay, now whatever that is, I want to learn French, I want to learn windsurfing, I want to start meditating. You don't ask these old voices in your head, they are gone. But you ask your new board of directors, you ask them, hey guys, what should I do? And usually when you invite people you are looking up to, people who already made it, people who are there where you want to go, then you get the answers you need. And try it out. You might find that it's very helpful to exchange these inner voices with a new board of directors and become the CEO of your life and decide whom to talk to internally as well. So the first one is to really think about whom to talk to in your real life. So who are the people you hang out with, and if they are the true people that can help you get there where you want to go. And then in the second step, it's also to think about whom do you talk to internally, and maybe it's time to also exchange those inner critics with voices you really want to hear inside of your head. Okay, so these were the ideas on to whom to talk to internally and externally, and I hope you did get something out of it, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.